Red Bull driver Max Verstappen heads into the season finale fighting for yet another driver's championship. But there's one area where Red Bull have repeatedly fallen short: Constructors' Championships, and that's because of that second seat. And now, ahead of 2026, Yuki Tsunoda has been axed, and the Wonder Kid, Isack Hadjar, has been promoted after a sensational rookie season with Racing Bulls. But is this really a masterstroke, or is the constant musical chairs going to result in another confused season? Ever since Daniel Ricciardo left in 2018, Red Bull have failed in one mission. That's finding a stable second to complement Max Verstappen. They've nailed the machinery, they've nailed strategy, but not quite stability. A flicker of hope came in 2021 when Sergio Perez arrived, an experienced campaigner, a fighter, a perfect team player for Verstappen's universe. And the results were spectacular. Back-to-back constructors' titles, harmony in the garage, a dream pairing on paper. But one poor season in 2024 and Perez was shown the door instantly. Then came the musical chairs carousel. Lawson, the hottest young prospect, was pulled up for 2025. He had just 3 races to prove himself. After Japan, demoted. Red Bull took heat from fans, pundits, and even rival teams for crushing the confidence of a 23-year-old before he even got started. In came Yuki Tsunoda, the fan favorite, the passionate, fiery racer, a talent worth backing. And this time, with no constructors' title on the line and the pressure off, Red Bull could afford to give Tsunoda time. He didn't have a blockbuster season, no, but he still scored points in 8 out of 21 races. Respectable, solid, not extraordinary, but steady enough. But for Red Bull, steady isn't enough. They want fireworks. They want instant results. They want the next Verstappen. And that's why Isack Hadjar fits their philosophy. Hadjar has had a dream rookie season, 10 Grand Prix finishes in the points, a jaw-dropping debut podium at the Dutch Grand Prix. He absolutely deserves a faster car and a bigger stage. But here's the real question: does he deserve the Red Bull second seat? And is Red Bull even the right environment for a young driver? Because let's be brutally honest here, this team is built around one man. Max Verstappen is the system. He's the priority, and he is Red Bull. And the second driver, their job is simple: support Max, stay out of his way, score enough points to secure the constructors. So how realistic is it for a young driver to thrive in a role that requires them to keep their own ambition in second gear? Look at how other teams groom talent. Mercedes nurtured George Russell under Lewis Hamilton. Then, when Hamilton left, they handed the keys of the team to Russell and are now grooming teenage prodigy Kimi Antonelli right behind him. Ask yourselves this: will Red Bull ever be that patient? This is the same team that has promoted, demoted, re-promoted young drivers like they were running a simulation game. For Verstappen and Perez, the partnership worked because Perez understood his role. He knew he was the number 2. He knew he wasn't fighting Max. He accepted it, embraced it, and he delivered. But a young driver, a rookie, comes with hunger to prove himself, someone who dreams of becoming world champion on his own terms. That's a ticking time bomb. And Tsunoda is the latest casualty. He went from Racing Bulls to Red Bull, and now just a reserve driver, not even racing in F1. His confidence shattered, and Lawson's story before him proves it's not a one-off. It's a pattern. So here's the bigger question: why does Red Bull keep gambling with young drivers if their system clearly isn't built to nurture them? Is this really about performance, or are Red Bull searching for that perfect driver who can be fast, obedient, consistent, and invisible? That's key. And all at once. Even the most gifted rookies need oxygen. They need time, patience, support, space to grow, and importantly, the freedom to make mistakes. Will Red Bull give him that? Here's the reality: Isack Hadjar has earned his shot. Yes, he deserves the seat, he deserves the promotion, but he also deserves a team that won't chew him up the moment he shows struggle. Red Bull here has a choice to make: either evolve into a team that develops young talent, or continue being a one-man empire where second drivers are expendable. Because if they don't change, Hadjar might just become the next name added to that painful list that had brilliant talents but fell prey to the Red Bull second seat curse. Is Isack Hadjar then the breakthrough here, or the next broken product of a ruthless system?
I rose from the army with medals on my chest. I spoke of freedom from colonial chains, but I tightened my own. I filled prisons with ghosts. Nearly 500,000 people were butchered under my rule, and I trusted only my paranoia. I gave myself grand titles. I claimed to be Africa's strongman. History calls me something else, the dictator. Who am I?